This is the GSA15 and it's one of 3 new mouse pads in a new direction from Sennheiser. Now in my opinion, the choice of a pad can be reduced to 3 main bullet points. Firstly its size, then its material and comfort, which include its surface speed and stopping power, and finally its performance and design, which includes sensor tracking performance and its aesthetics. Anyway, the GSA is available in 3 sizes. The 13 is 35 by 29 centimeters and is the smallest option. The 15, i.e. this one, is 47 by 40 and is the largest, and the 17 is 92 by 32 and is their ultra wide. I would have liked to have seen the 17 retain the 40cm height from the 15 in that respect, and that's given I tend to have the bottom rest over the edge of my table with part of my arm on the pad. The surface of the GSA15 is a high quality cloth with the properties I'd say of a fast pad, which could be perfect for those of you out there with either heavier mice such as the G502 or slower mouse feet such as on my MM531. I'd say its weave lies somewhere between a Razer Goliath speed and control pad in that sense, where its surface feels appropriately smooth and yet still sufficiently textured, but not to the point where it's rough and you could consider it to be irritable. Instead, it's just enough to reduce contact points for increased surface speed on the mouse feet whilst retaining a good amount of control due to that weave being sufficiently tight. It offers a nice medium in that sense, and even though it would take a small amount of adjustment from my slower QCK, it's still a pad I could be happy to use daily. The stitch edging here is also soft as well, which again was absolutely fine on the wrist and still allowed me to rest it just over the edge of the table without it lifting up the center of the pad, and out of the box it went flat after about 10 to 15 minutes. It is a pretty damn good implementation. Now one thing Sennheiser always do well is their designs, and here it's simplistic and yet elegant, plus being all black means you shouldn't have any problems with the oldest of optical sensors due to any potential drastic colour shifts on the surface. Though with that said, the Sennheiser tag on the right ought to have really enabled the removal of that slightly raised logo in the lower left. But it's no big deal and is comparatively tiny, so it's never going to get in the way anyway, and it doesn't look nerdy. It just would have been aesthetically cleaner in that respect. But I managed to try all current sensors in the form of the PMW 3360, 3366, 3389 and an older 3090 sensor, all provided perfect tracking with no semblance of jitter at steps I'd consider to be normal values, so 0 to 2000. In all, the GSA15 is an impressive first pad from Sennheiser. If you happen to be in the market for a cloth pad, then this one caused no issues for me during the longest of play sessions. Its soft cushioning is actually a welcomed improvement over my QCK as well, and is reminiscent of memory foam in a way. Perhaps they took a leaf from Artisan in that respect, but I honestly wouldn't know having never tried an extra soft. Now the 15 didn't slip once, but it is still light, so I'd perhaps be cautious when looking at the 13. But it did seem to retain identical properties start to finish, but of course I have no idea what it would be like in 3 to 4 months from today. I had no issues with the perceived speed and stopping power of the pad, where I gained with roughly 23cm for 360 in Quake and 36 in Counter-Strike, and its surface provided what I consider to be a good balance for medium to high sensitivity. The GSA will certainly be a I can switch to it option for me in future when it eventually comes to retiring my current pad due to wear. And I guess that's my final point on the matter. I already have a pad that works for me, so this is just another option. So I guess don't change what you've got if it already works. That's simply a waste of time and money. But at least do consider this if it doesn't. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, share and subscribe to the channel if you're interested. If you have more questions or comments, then just make sure to let me know down below and I'll get back to you, or hop onto my Twitch stream where I broadcast every day and get involved in the live discussion. But as always though, take care, keep gaming, and I'll catch you next time.